So I've been reading from the writings of Shinran Shonin, the founder of Jodo Shinshu, or Shin Buddhism, or True Pure Land Buddhism. And his masterwork, as I've indicated in previous videos, was called The True Teaching, Practice, and Realization of the Pure Land Way. And I actually read through major excerpts from chapters 1 and 2. Chapter 1 covering the topic of the true teaching. And according to Shinran, the true teaching was what we refer to as the larger Pure Land Sutras. There were 3 Pure Land or Sukhavati Sutras, or scriptures. The one of which, the larger sutra so-called, is the one that includes the story about the Bodhisattva, the cosmic Bodhisattva Dharmakara, who made the 48 vows in the presence of the Buddha Lokesvara Raja, and that included the key 18th vow, wherein he commits to not attain his own enlightenment unless he can establish a pure land of bliss where beings who merely think on him can be reborn when they die. And of course he does work for eons to generate merit, to create the foundation for this pure land. He does accomplish his Buddhahood and is now the Buddha that we in Shin Buddhism look up to and refer to as Amida Buddha, or Amitabha, or Amitayus Buddha. Amitabha meaning infinite light or wisdom, and Amitayus meaning infinite life or compassion. The Japanese phrase again that refers to this Buddha is simply Amida Buddha. The second chapter was the chapter on practice, where he draws excerpts from various patriarchs within the Shin tradition and other notable masters of Buddhism to make the point that the Nembutsu, or saying the name of Buddha, is the supreme great practice. And when Shin Buddhists talk about the name, we're referring to, again, the Nembutsu, or the phrase Namu Amida Butsu. What does that mean? It means I take refuge in Amida Buddha. So while in the earlier versions of Pure Land Buddhism, this was one practice among many, and also then as Shin Buddhism evolved, even when there was a continuing emphasis on saying the Nembutsu, there was still an emphasis on repeating it over and over again. I believe in the larger sutra, in the 18th vow, it talks about persons who repeat it up to 10 times. Well, eventually, Shin Buddhism evolved through the refinements of the various patriarchs, whom Shinran quotes, to put more and more of an emphasis on the saying of the Nembutsu as a sole practice. And Shinran himself refines it to a further degree to indicate that only one recitation, if it includes a mind of faith or true and trusting, is sufficient to assure us that we will be reborn in Amida's pure land of bliss when we die, and at that time we will become a Buddha, and at that time we will have the prerogative and the opportunity to come back to this world as a Bodhisattva to assist beings who are suffering in this world. The third chapter, which I'm about to recite excerpts from, is called The True Shinjin of the Pure Land Way. And Shinjin is a key concept within Shin Buddhism, meaning the true and trusting. That turning about of the mind when we establish a sense of confidence that Amida has grasped us and will never abandon us. And as you recall, or perhaps have heard me say in other videos, this Shinjin is not something that we generate out of our own self-effort, but something that Amida grants to us as a gift of grace. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu.